Monday the 27th of October and we're back in Delhi. It's time to say goodbye to the tour group. Bye you do. Bye Karen and Kyle. Good luck in Tibet. Bye Susan and Dan. See you someday in San Francisco. It was interesting, the water in the hotel was Foster's, not the Foster's Australians are used to. Here's a guy down at the market making street food to be fried. This shop was weird. I don't know what it was actually selling, but whatever it was, there was lots of traditional shoes to sell, even tiny ones for 2-3-year-olds. This shop also, I don't know what it was selling, but it was all old and used. Lots of different sweets. India's favourite pastime is sleeping, and they'll sleep anywhere, in the middle of a highway, all along the island in the middle of the road, a doorway anywhere that they can find. No mattress, no nothing, just straight on the ground, waiting for another fare. India's answer to motorised wheelchair, it's powered by arms. This was people trying to get into a shopping centre or a market. They didn't bother about the oncoming traffic, they just turned in anyway. We all just backed up behind each other and waited, and a few cars got in, but the cars going along the left-hand side of the road still couldn't get along. Someone blowing a whistle just for good measure, pretending they were in charge of what was going on. The cars still came. Lots of branded shops in Delhi, Western brands. United Colours of Benetton, Levi's, Adidas, Nike, etc. And of course, McDonald's. The golden arches are everywhere. It was interesting to look at their menu. McVeggie, McSpicy Paneer, McSpicy Chicken. And we've got fries with piri-piri salt on them. Only a clown you'd find in the middle of the street in Delhi. Oh, the street lights. Opposite there's a flashing sign that tells you how many seconds till the lights will change to green. If it's about 90 seconds, everyone will turn their engine off. When it gets down to about 5 or 10 seconds, they all start their engines again. When it gets down to 3 seconds, they're all beeping if you haven't moved. I'm not quite sure if you paid money you got to turn left. The crows are very different. They have that grey collar around them. I'm not working in this outpatient department 6 days a week, thank you very much. And I got my nails done while I was in India, and that was an interesting excursion to find someone that would do them, and then they did them very differently, but nonetheless they were looking beautiful. This is Ashkadam Temple in Delhi. It's a new temple, but very beautiful. There's actually a baby in front of that lady, that bulge at the front. Don't know how many kids they could fit in this tuk-tuk. And there's a kid hanging on behind, but there's actually a kid in front as well. This is a kite, lots of kites in Delhi flying around looking for food. These are sugar-coated fennel seeds that you get to cleanse your palate at the end of your meal. In medical oxygen emergency supply, I'm glad we don't actually receive our oxygen this way in rusty old cylinders. Some policemen just working hard at the intersection. Lots of these metal detectors, but no one ever seems to take any notice of them. Middle of the street in Delhi. Another food TARDIS. Colourful scenes in the market. Making and selling kulfi, which is Indian ice cream. Saris, everywhere there's saris. More gas bottles. This is the sort of loads they carry around on their heads. This is a butcher shop, no windows, no doors, meat just hanging there, not refrigerated. That shop in the middle there, I don't know what it sold, but it was full. This was in the automotive section of Old Delhi. There's any part you need there, new or used. The man with the bright orange hair, there were lots of them. They use henna in their hair because they're not allowed to use synthetic or unnatural products. Dog just having a sleep under somebody's stall. My friend the squirrel, he stalked me the whole way through India. He's everywhere I go. That was really interesting, the Indira Gandhi Memorial. I learnt a lot there. Oh, here, this is quite a heavy load. Cooking copper pots. Oh, another store with seeds, and that's popcorn on the left-hand side. This is the old fort in Delhi. This is the Lotus Temple. It's a Baha'i temple and looks like the Sydney Opera House. This is the Qutb Minar that was built in the 1100s when the Mughals invaded Delhi. Just cruising along the street in Delhi, and what do you find but an elephant? And then it was Friday and it was time to meet up with Preeti, Nitya's mother, and wait for the kids to arrive. They were due in about 11, but it got to 11:30, 12, 12:30 and they still hadn't arrived. But eventually they arrived, Alexander and Nitya and Preeti's friend Fee. They arrived, but their luggage didn't. It was stuck in Melbourne. The next morning, here we are, waiting outside our Hotel Delhi Airport link for Preeti's sister to arrive so we could head to Jaipur. And we stopped on the way at McDonald's, or the Indian version of McDonald's, Haldiram's. It was all vegetarian and we had chuli bhatori, this puffed up bread and lentils. These are Rajasthani puppets. There was a puppet show at the hotel we were staying and I was very impressed to see that I had my own brand of toilet paper. And here we are, just hanging out with the Indian sisters and their niece. And we're getting ready for the wedding in the next day or so. This is one of the very few cats that I've seen in India. Next episode, the wedding.